Hey y'all, I want to talk about an oil that is new to me, at least in January 2019, and that is Neroli. It's a beautiful, beautiful oil. This is actually comes from the orange blossoms originally in Morocco and Tunisia. There is the story behind it that says the princess of Neroli, Italy, used to just lavish everything with the orange blossom oil, and once you smell inside this bottle, oh, you can understand why. Now, it is the orange blossom, but this is not a citrus oil. It does not come from the rind of a citrus fruit. It actually comes from the blossom that blooms before the oranges actually are produced, right? You know how the plant flowers first, and then once the flower is fertilized, you have the fruit. So those blossoms have to be plucked off at their perfect timing, and of course it takes a large quantity of blossoms to produce a small amount of oil. So this is not an inexpensive oil. I wouldn't start your collection with Neroli. However, once you have it in your hands, it is absolutely divine. So let's talk about what this oil does. Remember, there's no such thing as an oil that only smells good. In other words, if it's a 100% pure, authentic therapeutic oil, it will smell really good and it will have all kinds of other properties as well. So traditionally, Neroli was used by the Egyptians for its great attributes of healing the mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so it's hitting all three. It brings everything into focus and helps us to be in the moment. And let me tell you, that may sound far-fetched to some of you. Let me just tell you what happens when you take the lid off of this little bottle. It just stops time, and it just helps you there's something that it happens when all your brain is firing on all these different areas, because we know that these molecules are going up our nose and entering into our limbic system and our amygdala and the core, the emotional center of our brain. And they've done brain mapping to show that the brain is illuminating and highlighting all different regions. And when you take this oil in, there's just a pause that happens, and it allows all the crazy chatter and all the stuff that's going on in your mind to just cease, and you can just be present in what you're doing, just enjoying the oil, enjoying the moment, and just honest to goodness, I don't know if any other oil does it quite as well as this one does. So it helps us bring everything into focus, and it has huge psychological impacts on people who use this for aromatherapy purposes. But it's more than just aromatherapy. Amazing for, and I'm going to look at my notes here to make sure I don't miss anything. Nervous system, circulatory system, digestive system. It supports the skin. It alleviates emotional burdens, which we just talked about. In particular, it's very uplifting, just like the citrus oils are, even though this is the blossom. So alleviating things like anxiety and depression. Hysteria is a very, very calming oil. So if you feel like you're overwhelmed and feeling a little bit of panic, this oil will do wonders. Again, it's gonna just highlight parts of the brain and help things to just move differently than they were prior to inhaling these molecules. Helps to ease nervousness, encourages feelings of confidence, joy, courage, peace. I mean, who doesn't want all of that out of this little bottle? Okay, this is a really, really popular little bottle, an oil for perfumers, okay, along with rose and jasmine and some of the others like that. So it's not one that I'm gonna say go throw in your diffuser like crazy. It's an expensive little bottle of oil. So but it works really well in blends with other oils like rose, lavender, sandalwood, cedarwood, geranium, lemon. You can make gorgeous perfumes with this oil. So you can get Neroli and you can just smell it straight out of the bottle without dumping gallons of it into a diffuser and running through it rapidly. At least that's how I prefer to do. Now, it's an amazing one to wear as a perfume. Also works really well on scars and stretch marks because it has an incredible skin supporting element in it. So, and to me, you know, scars, stretch marks, wrinkles, kind of priceless to have something that will work for that. So it's really amazing. Add a drop to your moisturizer for flawless skin every day. But also, you can put a drop on your abdomen to really support healthy stools, right? If you need things to be a little more solid than they are. I always dreamed of getting on video and talking about bowel movements. But that's a really great, it's an awesome oil for digestion. But of course, anxiety, nervousness, tension, it has an incredible psychological and emotional impact on us. So this oil has many, many different uses, but again, it's not one that I just throw around liberally. In fact, I have saved for 5 years to splurge on Neroli, so I'm going to use it wisely, and I'm going to use it for the applications that it's That's really good for, particularly for emotional benefits, particularly as a perfume. So I hope that's just a little tidbit. This is an amazingly gorgeous smelling oil. And once you've smelled it, I think you can never go back. You're going to always have to have Neroli nearby.